Dramatic twists and heartfelt returns, a deep dive into this week's Days of Our Lives shakeups. Hello everyone. Welcome back to TV Days Drama Digest, your ultimate source for all things soap opera, where the heartaches, betrayals, and triumphant comebacks never cease to amaze. We're the passionate team behind this channel, dedicated to bringing you the juiciest insider scoops, emotional breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes revelations from the world of daytime television. Today, we're diving headfirst into the whirlwind of emotions that swept through Salem this week on Days of Our Lives. If you've been glued to your screens like we have, you know that no week in Salem is ever dull. It's a constant rollercoaster of love, loss, secrets, and surprises. But this week? Oh, it was something special. Characters we've loved and sometimes loved to hate are making dramatic exits, and even more explosive returns, shaking up the storylines in ways that will leave fans breathless. In this extended feature article, we'll unpack every detail, exploring the rich histories of these iconic characters, the potential plot twists they bring, and why these changes are poised to ignite fireworks in the coming episodes. Whether you're a longtime devotee who remembers the golden eras of the 80s and 90s or a newcomer, hooked on the modern drama, buckle up. We're about to delve deep into the lives of these Salem staples, expanding on the whispers and rumors to paint a vivid picture of what's unfolding. If you're ready to relive the magic, the heartbreak, and the sheer drama, keep reading, or better yet, follow our video for exclusive clips and commentary. Let's get into it. The enduring legacy of Jack and Jennifer, Matthew Ashford and Melissa Reeves take center stage. At the heart of this week's excitement is the continued prominence of two absolute legends. In the Days of Our Lives universe, Matthew Ashford as the resilient and often tormented Jack Devereaux, and Melissa Reeves as the fiery, independent Jennifer Horton. These two have been the epitome of soap opera romance since their characters first crossed paths in the late 1980s, creating a love story that's weathered more storms than a New England lighthouse. Remember the days when Jack was the scheming rapscallion, hiding his vulnerabilities behind a wall of sarcasm and ambition, and Jennifer, the plucky reporter with a heart of gold, who saw through his facade and pulled him into the light. Their on-again, off-again saga has included everything from amnesia, presumed deaths, political scandals, and even a stint in a mental institution. Talk about dramatic. This week, we're thrilled to report that Ashford and Reeves are not just making cameo appearances, they're commanding prominent screen time, thrusting Jack and Jennifer back into the spotlight where they belong. Imagine the tension building as Jack, ever the protective patriarch, navigates the murky waters of Salem's latest intrigues. Perhaps he's uncovering a long-buried family secret that threatens to upend the Devereaux-Horton dynasty. Jennifer, with her journalistic instincts sharper than ever, might be hot on the trail of a story that intersects with the DiMera Empire's dark dealings. Their chemistry remains electric, a testament to the actor's enduring talent. Ashford brings that brooding intensity, his eyes conveying a lifetime of regrets and redemptions, while Reeves infuses Jennifer with a warmth that's both nurturing and fierce. But why now? Fans have speculated that this resurgence ties into broader family arcs, especially with the return of their son, JJ. It's no secret that Jack and Jennifer's relationship has been a cornerstone of the show, influencing generations of viewers. Their storylines have explored themes of forgiveness, second chances, and the unbreakable bonds of family. In a world where soaps often recycle tropes, Jack and Jennifer stand out as authentic, evolving characters. This week's episodes promise heartfelt moments, perhaps a tender reconciliation scene under the Salem moonlight, or a heated argument that reveals unspoken fears. Whatever unfolds, it's clear that Ashford and Reeves are here to remind us why Days of Our Lives has captivated audiences for over 5 decades. Their prominent roles aren't just filler, they're the fuel for upcoming plot explosions that could redefine alliances in Salem. A prodigal son's return, Casey Moss reprises J.J. Devereaux with high-stakes encounters. Speaking of family ties, the drama escalates with the triumphant return of Casey Moss as J.J. Devereaux, the troubled yet endearing son of Jack and Jennifer. Jay's journey has been nothing short of a soap opera epic in its own right. Introduced as a rebellious teenager grappling with the weight of his parents' legendary status, J.J. has faced addiction, loss, and redemption arcs that have tugged at our heartstrings. Remember the gut-wrenching storyline where he battled opioid dependency after a tragic shooting? Or his ill-fated romance with Paige Larson, which ended in heartbreak and murder? Moss has portrayed JJ with a raw vulnerability that's made him a fan favorite, blending youthful impulsiveness with a growing maturity. This week, Moss steps back into Salem with purpose, and the encounters lined up are pure dynamite. JJ is set to cross paths with Philip Kiriakis and Gabby Hernandez, two characters who embody ambition and cunning in equal measure. Philip, played by the charismatic J. Kenneth Johnson, has his own history of corporate scheming and romantic entanglements, often clashing with the Devereaux clan. What could bring JJ and Philip together? Perhaps a business deal gone awry, or a shared secret from the past that resurfaces like a ghost in the night. And Gabby, the fierce fashionista portrayed by Camila Banus, brings her signature blend of sass and strategy. Their meeting could spark alliances or rivalries. Imagine JJ confronting Gabby over her manipulations, leading to a tense standoff in the Horton living room where it's flying like daggers. The drama here is amplified by JJ's personal growth. After his last stint in Salem, where he pursued a career in law enforcement, his return might signal unfinished business. Is he back to protect his family from an impending threat? Or is there a romantic subplot brewing, pulling him into the web of Salem's love triangles? Moss's performance is expected to be layered, showing JJ's evolution from a hot-headed youth to a man burdened by wisdom. This return isn't just a nostalgic nod, it's a catalyst for chaos, potentially unraveling threads that connect to the DiMera and Brady families. Fans are buzzing with theories. School JJ's interactions with Philip and Gabby expose a conspiracy that shakes Salem to its core. Only time will tell, but one thing's certain: Casey Moss's JJ is back, and the drama is just beginning. Innocent eyes on turbulent times, Carrie Christopher as Thomas DiMera steps into the fray, shifting our focus to the younger generation. We have the delightful yet poignant return of Carrie Christopher as Thomas DiMera, the wide-eyed grandson of the infamous Stefano DiMera. Thomas, with his cherubic innocence amidst the family's Machiavellian machinations, serves as a stark contrast to the cutthroat world around him. Christopher, a young talent with an impressive ability to convey complex emotions, brings Thomas to life in ways that remind us of the human cost of Salem's endless feuds. This week, Thomas is front and center, engaging in chats with heavy hitters like Matthew Ashford's Jack, Suzanne Rogers' Maggie Horton. Wait, is that Seaforth Hayes? No, let's clarify. Lynn Hunley's Anna DiMera, or perhaps Deidre Hall's Marlena? The original mentions Seaforth Hayes, which might refer to Susan Seaforth Hayes as Julie Williams. Ah, the web of connections. These interactions promise to be loaded with subtext. Picture little Thomas with his curious questions, unwittingly revealing family secrets during a seemingly innocent conversation. Maybe he's chatting with Jack about family adventures, hinting at buried treasures or hidden scandals. Or perhaps with Julie Williams, Susan Seaforth Hayes, sharing stories that bridge generations, evoking nostalgia while foreshadowing turmoil. Thomas's role often highlights the innocence lost in Salem's power struggles. As the son of Chad and the late Abigail, he's inherited a legacy of tragedy. His mother's murder still casts a long shadow. Christopher's portrayal captures that blend of childlike wonder and underlying sadness, making scenes with elders like Ashford and Seaforth Hayes all the more poignant. These chats could serve as pivotal moments, where Thomas's words spark revelations or mend old wounds. In a show known for its dramatic reveals, Thomas might be the key to unlocking a mystery, his youthful perspective cutting through the adult's deceptions. This return adds a layer of emotional depth, reminding viewers that amid the betrayals and romances, the children of Salem bear the brunt of their parents' sins. Memories unleashed, Alice Halsey's Rachel Black returns to stir the pot. Now, for a return that's dripping with intrigue and potential catastrophe, Alice Halsey reprises her role as Rachel Black, the daughter of Brady Black and Kristen DiMera. Rachel's storyline has been a masterclass in psychological drama, with her young mind manipulated by the adults around her. But this time, it's different. Rachel's memories have returned in full force, and she's the unwitting architect of Sarah Horton's crisis. Halsey, with her nuanced performance, transforms Rachel from a pawn into a force of nature, her innocence laced with the venom inherited from her mother. Imagine the scene: Rachel, eyes wide with recollection, confronting the fragments of her past. Memories of kidnappings, custody battles, and parental deceptions flood back, turning her into a ticking time bomb. Sarah Horton, played by Lindsay Godfrey, has her own share of voice paralysis, identity theft, and romantic entanglements. But Rachel's resurgence directly exacerbates Sarah's plight. Perhaps Rachel recalls a pivotal event that implicates Sarah in a scandal, or her actions inadvertently trigger a chain reaction leading to Sarah's emotional breakdown. The drama here is palpable, family loyalties tested, secrets exploding like fireworks over the Salem River. Halsey's return as Rachel isn't just about plot advancement. It's a commentary on the cycle of trauma in soap families. Rachel, caught between Brady's goodness and Kristen's scheming, embodies the conflict. Her interactions could lead to heart-wrenching confrontations, where she demands answers from her parents, forcing them to face their failures. Fans are speculating wildly: will Rachel's memories expose a long-hidden truth about her birth? Or will she become a pawn once more, manipulated into causing even greater havoc? This storyline promises tears, shouts, and perhaps a path to healing, all wrapped in the high-stakes drama that Days does best. Awkward encounters and budding romances, Luis Tomeo as Aaron Green makes waves, Adding a touch of youthful awkwardness to the mix is Louis Tomio's return as Aaron Green, a character who's often on the periphery but packs a punch when he appears. Aaron, with his earnest demeanor and hidden depths, is set for an awkward encounter with Raven Bowen Chanel Dupree. Bowens brings Chanel to life as a vibrant, no-nonsense entrepreneur, her fashion empire a beacon of modernity in traditional Salem. What makes this encounter awkward? Picture Aaron perhaps stumbling into Chanel's bakery or boutique, spilling secrets or feelings in a moment of vulnerability. Maybe it's a case of mistaken identity, or an old crush resurfacing at the worst possible time. Tomio's portrayal of Aaron captures that relatable fumbling blushing cheeks, stammered words contrasting beautifully with Chanel's confidence. This meeting could spark romance, rivalry, or comedy, lightening the heavier plot lines while adding layers to both characters. Aaron's history ties into broader arcs, perhaps linking to the Horton or Brady families. His return might signal involvement in a larger mystery, like a stolen artifact or a corporate espionage plot. The awkwardness with Chanel could be the entry point to deeper drama, evolving from embarrassment to alliance. In Days, such moments often blossom into unforgettable storylines, and Tomio's chemistry with Bowens is sure to sizzle. Aristocratic intrigue, that pengless as Tony DiMera reunites with Kristen. No discussion of Days returns would be complete without the suave thou pengless, slipping back into the role of Tony DiMera, the cultured count whose elegance masks a ruthless streak. Tony's history is a tapestry of resurrection slowly, having died multiple times only to return with flair. This week, he's opposite Stacey Hayduke's Kristen DiMera, his on-screen sibling whose madness matches his own cunning. Their scenes promise fireworks, siblings scheming in the DiMera mansion, plotting takeovers or covering up crimes. Pengless brings the Shakespearean gravitas to Tony, is accent and poise elevating every line. Kristen, with Hayduke's intense portrayal, is the perfect foil, little obsessive, and utterly compelling. Together, they might orchestrate a plan against the Bradys or Hortons, their dialogues laced with sarcasm and secrets. Tony's return often heralds major shifts, tying into the family's eternal quest for power. Will he mediate Kristen's successes or join her in villainy? The drama is in the details, a whispered conversation over brandy, a betrayed glance across the room. This pairing is soap gold, reminding us why the DiMeras are the ultimate antagonists. Bittersweet farewells, Brian Dattilo and Greg Vaughn wrap up their stints. Amid the returns, we must bid farewell to two beloved leads who've wrapped their recent visits to Salem. First, Brian Dattilo as Lucas Horton, the everyman hero who's endured prison, addiction, and unrequited love. Lucas's storylines have been grounded in realism, from his battles with alcoholism to his protective instincts toward his children. Dattilo's heartfelt performance has made Lucas relatable, a counterpoint to Salem's grandeur. His exit feels poignant, perhaps leaving to pursue a new life or sacrificing for family. Fans will miss his banter with Sammy and his moral compass in chaotic times. Similarly, Greg Vaughn concludes as Eric Brady, the brooding priest-turned-journalist whose faith and romances have defined him. Vaughn's portrayal captures Eric's internal conflict storm between duty and desire, especially with Nicole. His departure might involve a heroic act or a quiet retreat, leaving a void in the Brady clan. These exits are endings but pauses in true soap fashion. They pave the way for future returns, keeping the drama alive. Wrapping up the week's whirlwind, what lies ahead for Salem? As we conclude this deep dive into the week's comings and goings on days of our lives, it's clear that Salem is on the brink of transformation. From Jack and Jennifer's enduring love to Rachel's memory-fueled chaos, each return and exit weaves into the show's rich tapestry. The drama is more intense, the details more intricate, promising episodes filled with twists that will keep us on the edge of our seats. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.